Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another installment of Pizza's Very Difficult Geography Trivia playlist. I'm going to spoil the last one, so if you want to watch that first, go ahead and do that. But I got 54 out of 70 on the last quiz, which was my best score yet. Very, very good for this type of quiz because they were just crazy, crazy difficult. And yeah, if you guys want to play this one along with me, I will, of course, leave a link in the description as always. Let me know how you did if you were able to beat my score. But yeah, I always love these quizzes. They're very, very well written. So I'm excited to get started on number 4. Starting with Russian cousins Dmitry and Khariton are the namesakes of which body of water, sandwiched between the Kara Sea and the East Siberian Sea? I always have trouble with the order of the seas up there, but I think it's Laptev. Very good. And by the way, as always, if you guys like this type of quiz, let me know in the comments if you have more things you'd like me to try, and leave a like and subscribe. All right, what pyroclastic shield volcano in the Tibesti Mountains is the highest peak in the Sahara? This mountain is studied as a terrestrial analog for Martian volcanoes such as Elysium Mons due to its comparable lava flows and structural features. I hope it's Emikusi. I think that's the highest peak in Chad. Good, nice. Tibesti I know is in northern Chad. I think also maybe southern Libya or something, but Emikusi is just the high point there, so good stuff. What lake in the Dominican Republic is the largest in the Caribbean region? One of the largest known populations of American crocodiles inhabit this lake, while endemic species include records rock iguana and the Hispaniola pupfish. So the big lake in the DR is called Lake Enriquillo. Pretty interesting. It's, I think, pretty far below sea level. I think it's super saline, but kind of a cool ecosystem. The French Polynesian islands of Tahiti, Bora Bora, and Huahine belong to which archipelago divided into the Windward and Leeward Islands? I think it's the Society Islands. There's a few archipelagos in French Polynesia, but that is the one. Connecting the Calle de Alcalá to the Plaza de España is which street considered Madrid's main thoroughfare? Due to its theaters, shopping, and unique blend of architectural styles, this boulevard is often labeled Madrid's Broadway. You might be noticing a theme with these quizzes that I tend to struggle way more with the city questions because I don't know the names of like streets and neighborhoods and things, even if they're famous. I know the names of broader geographic stuff, but I don't really study cities as much. So I don't know this. Calle Mayor or something Mayor. Or it could be anything, really, unfortunately. I probably heard of it, but I'm not going to pull it. The Fort of San Diego and La Quebrada, a narrow cliff ravine popular with jumpers, are tourist attractions in which city? The city was the American terminus of the Manila Galleon trade route connecting Asia and the Americas. So we're in Mexico, probably? I would guess Acapulco, but I'm not sure. Nice, very good. Which Pomeranian forest is famous for its unusually twisted Scots pine trees? Their distinctive shapes may have been caused by forestry techniques such as bending or weighting in order to produce curved timber for furniture or shipbuilding. So it's the Poland thing. What is this called? Oh, I can picture it. I know what it looks like. The not jagged forest. No, what is it called? Oh my goodness. Why do I not remember what this is called? I mean, I know exactly what it looks like. Twisted? No, twisted isn't the question. Leaning forest? Crooked. Okay, good. I was like, it's something like that. Let's go. What river forms much of the southern half of the Alabama-Georgia border before emptying into the Gulf of Mexico? It is notably referenced in an Alan Jackson song about coming of age in a small southern town. I'm not going to know the song. Chattahoochee comes to mind. Yes, let's go, dude. I don't know the song, but it's just like that's a river in that area. The exclave of Oikus is the only special administrative region of which country? Apologies if I butchered the Timor-Leste, the pronunciation, but it is Timor-Leste. Yeah, pretty cool. It's just an exclave on the island of Timor. Which oil-rich region along the Sudan-South Sudan border, one of the few remaining active condominiums, is currently under UN peacekeeper supervision as it remains a source of tension between the two countries? So there's a few contested areas in that part of the world, at least. But the one on the South Sudan border is called Abyei, the Abyei area. What granite formation in Yosemite National Park served as the inspiration for the logo of outdoors recreation company The North Face? The final ascent of this formation's lengthy cable route is one of the most challenging hiking trails. Surely Half Dome. I have not climbed Half Dome, but I've been to Yosemite and seen people climbing it. The Pripyat Marshes, also called the Palesi Marshes and Rokitno Marshes, are also alternatively named for which Belarusian city? The city is mentioned in a Tom Lehrer song that also mentions Omsk, Tomsk, Dnipropetrovsk, and Petropavlovsk. Let's go. I know that song. So the Pinsk marshes are what they're called. But yeah, I have a friend in Minsk who has a friend in Pinsk. Yeah, Lobachevsky by Tom Lehrer. Excellent song. Which ancient city and UNESCO site in Yemen's Hadramaut Governorate is nicknamed the Manhattan of the Desert due to its mud brick high-rise buildings? Ouch. Hadramaut is like eastern Yemen. Man. What's sad is that I may have written about this in a daily subdivision. Did we have Hadramaut? Or was it a neighboring one? I think it was a neighboring one. I don't know. I've definitely looked up this city before, but there's no way I'm going to pull the name of it. It's very hard. Name any one of the 4 departments that make up the Brittany region of France. Those are, let's see, Finistère, Ille-et-Vilaine, Côte d'Armor, and what's the 4th one? Morbihan, I think. Yep, good. Which village on the North Sea serves as Bruges' main port? The tragic capsizing of the MS Herald of Free Enterprise occurred at this location in 1987. Ugh, I hope it's Ostend. It's not Ostend. That is unfortunate. Wow. Ostend is the only Belgian town I can name that's on the water, so if it's not that, unlucky. Oban is the main settlement on which New Zealand island separated from the South Island by the Foveaux Strait. An ongoing project aims to create a sanctuary on this island for bird species such as the Tokweka kiwi, kakapo, and yellow-eyed penguins. I think it's Stewart is the name. Stewart Island, good. What folly, another word for a decorative castle located in Gaspra, Crimea, overlooks the Black Sea coast and is widely regarded as the peninsula's most recognizable symbol, having appeared in several Soviet-era films. Holy crap, man. The name of the castle? That's so hard. I mean, it's not going to be called Yalta or Sevastopol or anything like that. I mean, I assume it's like on that beautiful coast with the mountains of Crimea where Yalta is, but no way am I getting the name of this. That's very hard. Which peninsula forms the bulk of Murmansk Oblast and contains major apatite deposits? It is also where the deepest human-made hole is located, created by Soviet scientists, aiming to reach as far as possible into the Earth's crust. It's the Kola super deep borehole, but it's called the Kola Peninsula. Make sure we're recording. Okay. What river flowing into the Gulf of Bothnia marks part of the border between Sweden and Finland and gives its name to the Finnish city twinned with the Swedish town of Haparanda? I guess it's Tornio? Wow, okay. I did not know that that was the name of the river. I just know that Tornio is the Finnish city across the border there. Thailand's second largest island after Phuket. What island in the Gulf of Thailand saw the filming of the 3rd season of The White Lotus? Alex Garland's debut novel, The Beach, about the search for a mythical untouched beach, is also set there. Koh Samui, I think, is the second largest. Good. What 7-letter adjective refers to the ecological region associated with the lowest level of a body of water? This adjective also characterizes the organisms that inhabit that zone. Oh, no. Lowest. Deep sea. Oh, no. Yeah, this is just like, I don't know, like, the eco-region stuff. Like, there's a lot of questions in these quizzes that are kind of like that, and this, again, I just like the city ones, I tend to struggle majorly with this type of question. Pelagic? Dang it, I honestly thought that might be right. What does pelagic mean? Clearly not this. Okay, I don't know. Ian Sinclair's nonfiction work London Orbital chronicles the author's long walk around which ring road encircling Greater London that was, upon its completion in 1986, the longest ring road in Europe. I have no idea. I'm going to guess M1. I'm going to guess a few M's here. Or A's. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, in that case, I don't think it's going to be worth guessing all this stuff. It could be anything. I don't know. I mean, I don't know London. Again, like, city level stuff, I just don't know. Like, I've been to London, like, once in my life, basically. There's just not anything I can do here. Unlucky. Australia's 590-kilometer long Great Eastern Highway connects the city of Perth to what inland town in the Eastern Goldfields? The city, paired with Boulder, was founded during the Western Australian gold rushes and boasts the Super Pit gold mine. Kalgoorlie Boulder? Nice. Good. Yeah. So Kalgoorlie / Boulder. Isn't that how it's marked on the map, I think? That's why I associate those two with each other. Which Pineapple Island is currently 98% owned by Larry Ellison, with the founders of the Oracle Corporation. A type of roofed porch typical to the region is also named after this island. So the Pineapple Island is Lanai in Hawaii. That's I didn't know it was 98% owned by Larry Ellison, but yeah, Lanai is also the name of the porches in Hawaii, and yeah, I don't know. That's the island where Dole used to operate, at least. The cathedral where most of the 18th to 20th century Russian czars are buried, and a Brazilian archipelago in the Atlantic Ocean are both named directly or indirectly for what biblical pair? Holy crap. Archipelago, what? In the Atlantic Ocean? I mean, Fernando de Noronha is what I think of when I see Brazilian archipelago in the Atlantic Ocean. But nope. Okay. The cathedral biblical pair, man, what the heck? I mean, it's going to be Saints something and something, probably. Saints Mary and Joseph. I mean, this could be anything. Like, I don't know how to get this, to be honest. The statue of John of Nepomuk is one of 30 statues and statuaries lining up what bridge over the Vltava. Touching the plaque at the base of his statue is said to bring good luck and ensure that you'll return to Prague soon. Is it called the Charles Bridge? It is called the Charles Bridge. Nice. The Amendivi Islands, the Laccadive Islands, and the atoll of Minicoy together make up which Union territory whose capital is Kavarati. Laccadive Sea is like southern India. We're probably doing Lakshadweep. Good. Which Newfoundland Peninsula is thought to derive its name from the Arthurian Isle of Apples. A California location with this name has been historically associated with chewing gum magnate William Wrigley. What the heck? Newfoundland Peninsula. Is it Arcadia? Arcadian? No, what's the name of the... Is it the peninsula that's... the one with St. John's on it? What is that called? It's not Acadia, right? I thought it was... For some reason, I thought it was called Arcadia. No, it's something like that, right? Oh, no. Oh, man. Why do I not know this? What is that peninsula called? I've forgotten it before, and I'm going to forget it again. This is so annoying. Okay, I'm going to have to skip it. Any wetland designated to be of international importance is considered a site named after which city on the Caspian Sea, located in Mazandaran province. The city was the site of a 1971 convention aimed at promoting the conservation of wetlands. It's the Ramsar Convention, Ramsar site, Ramsar, Iran. Which lake lying at the tri-point of North Macedonia, Albania, and Greece gave its name to the agreement that resolved the Macedonian naming dispute. It's called Lake Prespa. What is the southernmost city in Illinois, located at the confluence of the Ohio and Mississippi rivers? It has faced decline due to repeated floods, racial tensions, and the decrease of river-based trade. This is Cairo, or I think it's technically Cairo, but it's kind of hard to say it that way because it just sounds ridiculous. Which mountain, the highest on the Indo-Chinese peninsula, is reachable by one of the world's longest three-rope cable car systems? It is also home to a great Buddha statue, considered Asia's highest altitude copper statue. Holy moly. What Indochina? Is it like Kakabo Razi? Surely not, right? Okay, so that doesn't count as Indochina. So what does count as Indochina then? Does Thailand count? Doi Inthanon? Okay, is it the Vietnam one then? Because that's unfortunate because I can never remember the name of the highest peak in Vietnam. The ones I tried were Myanmar and Thailand. It's not going to be Cambodia. And I don't think it's Laos either, and I don't know the highest peak there either. So I think we're in Vietnam, but I don't know the name. Which strait between Sakhalin and Hokkaido is named after the French naval officer who explored it during a circumnavigation of the Earth? It's called the La Pérouse Strait. Also called the Table Mount. What term named for a Swiss-American geologist refers to any flat-topped underwater volcanic mountain is most commonly associated with the Pacific Ocean? Flat-topped underwater. God, well, I thought Bornhart, but that's not an underwater thing. It's not Inselberg either. What the heck? Underwater? I don't know underwater stuff. Again, like the geology stuff gets me. It's like I know, man. I don't know underwater stuff because it's like I don't know, it doesn't show up on maps. So unlucky. The highest mountain peak in the Lesser Antilles, a volcano which erupted on St. Vincent in 2020-21, and a stratovolcano whose eruptions rendered half of Montserrat uninhabitable, all share what name? From the French for sulfur outlet. So it's called the Soufriere Hills, is the one in Montserrat. Soufriere, where's the other one? Is it like St. Lucia, or I don't remember. Which town on the northern tip of Jutland, or Jutland, I guess, served as its nation's leading fishing port? It was also the meeting place for a group of Scandinavian painters, of which Anna Anker, Michael Anker, and P.S. Kreuer are arguably the most important. Northern tip of Jutland, I think Skagen. Very good. What modern-day city on the Orontes River was formerly called Emesa, a Roman-era dam, still in use today, formed an artificial lake that drains into the Orontes and is named after this city. I mean, the Orontes is in Syria, so Homs, good, nice. Which strait lies between the islands of Hispaniola and Puerto Rico? It is also the name of the third largest Puerto Rican island after the main island and Vieques. Normally, I'm pretty good with straits, but I do not think I'm going to pull the name of this. That is not easy. No, I don't know this. What mountain range runs along the northern coast of Cyprus? It is also the Greek name of the city, known in Turkish as Girne. Girna, is that Kyrenia? Nice, very good. What lowland region stretching across southern Nepal and northern India lies between the Sivalik Hills and the Indo-Gangetic Plain? This biodiverse area boasts the holy pilgrimage sites of Lumbini and Janakpur, among others. I've looked this up before. I've done World Subdivision write-ups where I mentioned this, and I've told myself as I write about it that, hey, you should remember the name of this thing. And I don't remember the name of this thing. This is like this quiz. These quizzes are kind of like that. It's like there's a lot of stuff that's just like, yeah, this is something that I'm definitely aware of, and I knew that it had a name, but I just don't know the name. A jubilee is a rare natural event in which low oxygen levels in a bay drive fish, crabs, and other marine life to the shoreline. In the U.S., with which body of water is this unique phenomenon most commonly associated? What? Jubilee. What in the world? I thought was like Pontchartrain, or it's actually not the Gulf of Mexico. Okeechobee ever? No. Lake Michigan, Lake Huron. It's surely not going to be a Great Lake. What the heck is it then? Salton Sea? Great Salt Lake? Dude, I guess it says in a bay, so I guess it has to be a bay. What's a famous bay in the U.S.? Puget Sound? Bay of Fundy's in Canada. Chesapeake? Dang it, dude. I don't know. Should I know this? Because I don't know it. All right, unlucky. Etymologically speaking, what English word connects the town of Červený Kostelec in Czechia, the Lalbagh Fortress in Dhaka, Hongcheon County in South Korea, and Tokyo's Akabane neighborhood? What? Castle. Excuse me? I mean, Kostelec probably just means like castle or something, but it's probably Červený is what I want. I don't know. Is it a color? Red? That's so lucky. What? I mean, I was just going to start guessing colors because it seemed like, okay, what would you name that after? But that's insanely lucky that was the first try. Okay. Founded as a trade outpost by members of the Isak clan, what city serves as the capital of the Republic of Somaliland? I hope it's Hargeisa. Nice. Which waterfall with 5 distinct drops in South Africa's Drakensberg Mountains is considered the second highest in the world after Angel Falls, though some studies claim it is the world's tallest due to differing measurement methods. Angel Falls, however, remains the highest in uninterrupted waterfall. This is called Tugela Falls. What remote mountain on Baffin Island with a mythological name has the world's greatest vertical drop? Despite its remoteness, it has become a popular destination with rock climbers and base jumpers. It's called Mount Thor. Incredibly cool looking mountain, by the way. If you haven't seen it before, if you zoom into Baffin Island and you go to where Mount Thor is by just looking it up, there are a few photospheres on Google Street View taken by Viktor Poznov of Mount Thor. Click on the photospheres. They are incredibly beautiful. Which Crusader castle? Oh no, not this. Near Al Hus in Syria is considered one of the best preserved medieval fortresses despite partial damage from shelling during the Syrian civil war. Isn't it called like Montreal or something? Dang it. Isn't there a castle called Montreal, or am I making that up? I honestly thought it would be that, but there's another one. There's multiple castles there, I think, and one of them is, again, I think I wrote about this one recently in my subdivision, but I don't know the name. That's so annoying. Okay. Fort Zeelandia, the Garden of Palms, and the Arya Diwakar Mandir are all attractions located in which world capital? Oh, this is such a skill issue. Fort Zeelandia is such a thing. Why did I think that was in like Makassar? No, it's gotta be something else. Fort Zeelandia. Arya Diwakar. Is it Addis Ababa? Or Asmara or something? Why does Arya Diwakar sound Ethiopian to me? Fort Zeelandia. God, why do I not remember what Fort Zeelandia is? This is so knowable. It's not Jakarta, right? Is it ever like Paramaribo? Nice. Okay, good. I was like, yeah, Zealandia, I guess it sounds Dutch, so you can guess that, but the others are a little harder to get that off. Freaking winds. What dry northeasterly wind blows from the Sahara across West Africa during winter? It causes drops in air temperatures and carries large amounts of dust hundreds of kilometers out over the Atlantic Ocean. I don't know. Sirocco, Mistral. I can name a couple winds, but I just named them, so sick. Again, all the like earth sciencey stuff is just way, way harder for me. Arawa is the largest city, and Buka serves as the interim capital of what autonomous region? What? Hello? It's not. Is that Karakal, Pakistan? No. Where are we? Arawa sounds more like Polynesian, but autonomous region? The heck would that be? It's not like Niue or like Cook Islands, right? No. What? It's going to be like a part of a, like, it's not going to be like a territory. It's going to be like a subdivision, right? But autonomous region. It's not like Ajara, right? It doesn't sound Georgian anyway. Arawa and Buka. What? Why do I not know this? What is going on here? I feel silly. This feels like something that should be in my wheelhouse. What is going on? Interim capital. What the heck, man? I don't know. Which desolate coastline in northern Namibia, named for the scattered whale and seal bones along its shores, is infamous for its treacherous waters and numerous shipwrecks? It's called the Skeleton Coast. The largest Afghan province by area shares its name with the longest river in Afghanistan. Helmand? Yes, good. Nice. That's not easy. The African peninsula, known as Cabo Blanco in Spanish or Cap Blanc in French, is home to the largest colony of Mediterranean monk seals. Located not far from the ghost town of La Guera, what is the largest city on this peninsula? La Guera. Why is it Spanish? Is this like Western Sahara? Is it like Dakhla? Or like Nuadhibu? Yes, come on, let's go. The E45 motorway crosses what historical pass, forming the border between Italy and Austria. The north-south Via Imperii, a vital trade route for the Holy Roman Empire, connected Rome and Venice to the Baltic Sea through this pass. Dude, I just don't. It's called like Brenner or Brunner. It is Brenner. Yes. Okay. I finally got something like that. I swear every time there's a question about something along those lines, I just have no idea. But that's like the one thing that I've actually heard of. In the megaliths of Upper Louth, archaeologist Madeline Kolani describes what World Heritage Site as primarily consisting of funerary urns for cremated remains, with beads and other artifacts serving as grave goods for the afterlife. This is called the Plain of Jars. Palin. Plain of Jars is really, really cool. If you haven't seen it, I would recommend looking up pictures of it. It's kind of wacky. Which 11-kilometer long barrier island shielding Venice from the Adriatic Sea is home to the annual Venice Film Festival. Its name has been adopted into English to mean any open air swimming pool or beach. I do not know what this is called. I'm going to guess Murano because that's like the glass one. But I've been to Venice, so this is kind of bad. But again, city level stuff I am way, way worse at. I do not know the name of this, unfortunately. Open air swimming pool. Veranda? No, that's not what that means. No, I don't know. Which river, the largest tributary of the Amazon, is impounded by the Santo Antonio and Girao dams and flows through Porto Velho, the capital of Rondônia? It's either the Madeira or the Rio Negro. It is the Madeira. What word for a wetland connected to a larger body of water shares its name with the Berkshire town where the fictional Wernham Hogg Paper Company is located? So this is the office. Estuary? No. What? Dude, Scranton. Like, I don't know. I don't know the British version of The Office. Get out of here. A wetland connected to a larger body of water. Fen, bog, swamp. Like, is there an obvious word that I'm not thinking of here? A wetland connected to a larger body of water. What's another word for a wetland? I don't know. I don't have this. Standing at 567 meters, Usoi Dam is widely recognized as the tallest natural dam in the world, created by a landslide in 1911. This dam is located in which present-day country? What? Thailand. Usoi. Trying to figure out what language that could even be. That is not easy. India. Ethiopia. Usoi. Italy. I'm really confused. Should I know this? I've never heard of Usoi Dam before. Dude. I mean, it could be anything, really. 560, I mean, that's clearly mountainous, but I guess it's not going to be Lao. We already had a Lao question. Man, brutal. I don't know. What geological term, here we go again, partly derived from the Latin word for wind, refers to a stone shaped and sculpted by the erosive action of wind-blown sand. I don't know the Latin word for wind. Vent, maybe ventricle, ventolith. Ventolith. What's the other word for stone? Petro. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm not going to know this. Which island group in the South China Sea, consisting of about 130 small coral islands, has a name derived from the Portuguese word for a submerged bank or reef? It also boasts the Dragon Hole, one of the deepest known blue holes. Paracel? Okay. Which Alberta community, located in the regional municipality of Wood Buffalo, is the heart of the Athabasca oil sands industry? This community made international news. My gosh, I can't read. In 2016, when a wildfire caused significant damage and led to widespread evacuations. Are we like far, far north? It's not like Peace River, right? What else is up there? Fort Chapelle. Is this even in Alberta? I don't know. Oil sands industry. Yeah, I should probably know this, but it's not coming to me. Or is it? Oh, what's it called? Fort. Isn't there another like Fort something? It's not Fox River, right? What is it called? God, what is it called? Isn't it? It has a name in it, right? Like Like Fort something or like I can't think of it right now. That's annoying. No, I don't know. Dang. Yikes. Derived from a Tagalog word meaning hook, what Philippines province is recognizable by its small peninsula extending into the Manila Bay? I mean, Emilio Aguinaldo, who was born there, declared the independence of the Philippines in this province. Small peninsula in Manila Bay, I think Cavite. Good. Which Paraguayan department is named after the U.S. president who resolved a border dispute with Argentina in Paraguay's favor following the War of the Triple Alliance? It's called Presidente Hayes, or Hayes, Rutherford Burchard Hayes, which is, I don't know, he's not remembered for much these days other than like winning controversially in an election and I guess having a Paraguayan department named after him. Which Bolivian highway, nicknamed the Death Road, was long considered the most dangerous road in the world. Characterized by steep cliffs and foggy weather, is notable for its left-hand driving, despite Bolivia driving on the right. It's called the Yungas Road. It's a crazy, crazy road. A bridge with an unusual circular shape, designed by Rafael Vignoli, and a sculpture of a human hand emerging from the sand may both be found in what country where the Estadio Centenario is located. The hand emerging from the sand is La Mano, I think is what it's called. Or El Mano? La Mano? I think it's La Mano. Why is Mano feminine? That's weird. Anyway, it's in Uruguay. In Ciudad del... No, that's not what it's called. Punta del Este. What type of fertile soil rich in humus, with a name from the Russian for black earth, is commonly found in the world's great grassland regions, such as the Canadian prairies and Russia's central black earth region? Russian term required. Chernozem. Satirically and conspiratorially speaking, which German city is the equivalent of Drenthe in the Netherlands, Tlaxcala in Mexico, Petah Tikva in Israel, and Zhytomyr in Ukraine? So I assume it's Bielefeld, as in it doesn't exist. I know that Drenthe, I knew about that in the Netherlands, and then I didn't know about these other ones being like conspiracies, but the Bielefeld conspiracy is a thing. Vilakazi Street, perhaps the only street to have housed two Nobel Peace Prize winners, is located in what Gauteng township? Township? Soweto? Good, because I can't name another township in Gauteng. What narrow passage on the Northern Silk Road historically formed a link between China proper and the western regions? This corridor's narrowest point contains Jiayu Pass, the western terminus of the Great Wall. Dang. Kunlun. I'm just making stuff up. This I do not think I know. Tianshan. I'm not going to know the name of this. The windiest stretch of ocean in the Northern Hemisphere is generally considered to be the region east of what cape? Greenland's southernmost point. Goodbye so long and until next time. Adieu. Adios. Revoir. Au revoir. Later. Cape hasta la vista. I don't know. It's going to be something like that, given that clue, probably. But I don't know that either. So, yeah, I got 54 on the last one, so definitely not as good. I don't remember what I got on the first two. I think I got 70%. I think I got 49 and 50. So 47 is actually my worst. Well, I got 70%, 71%, I think. So I think this is my worst so far. In terms of performance, unless I come up with another one. I mean, Usoy Dam, I have 17 minutes, right? I could spam country names until I get the right one. But I don't know if that's worth any of your time. That doesn't feel, I don't know if it's worth my time either. I mean, it could be a lot of things. I don't know. It sounds like vaguely Asian to me. I don't know why. I tried that already. Nepal, Bhutan, Mongolia, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan. I like Usoy. I don't know. It doesn't sound familiar to me, and I think it's not worth just trying random countries. So I could get 48 if I just typed every country, but I'm not going to do that. This one, the autonomous region, is really bugging me because that feels super gettable, and for some reason I don't have any idea what that is. Autonomous region, like China has autonomous regions, but like I've never heard of these cities, so it can't be that. Arawa. Like it sounds. Why does it sound Polynesian? What is an autonomous region? Bougainville? Yes. Okay. Nice. I was like, it's probably that part of the world. So okay, I eventually got there. Good. Okay, 48. I might just go ahead and leave it there. I think a couple more of these are gettable, and most of them aren't. This one, the Newfoundland. What is that called? Avalon. Avalon? Yes. Not Acadia, Avalon. Or Arcadia, rather. Okay, now I low key just want to get 50. So I kind of actually do want. Okay, what? Can I get the wetland one? A wetland connected to a larger body of water. What would that be called? I don't know. I can't think of a word for that. Is there anything else I can get? What's the Alberta one? It's not like Fraser River? No, that's just a river. What is it called? Fort. Isn't it something like that? Fort. Not Fort Dawson. Fort. I don't even know if I'm thinking of the right thing here, but. Not Prince. No, it's not Prince something, is it? Prince George? Prince Rupert? That's in British Columbia? Gosh. Oh no. Those are both in British Columbia. It's like, is it that city in the northeast of Alberta? Like, that's what I'm wondering. But I can't think of the name. No, I don't think I'm going to get it. What else can I get here? That one I don't think I'm getting. Definitely not that one. This one, oh man. The ocean floor one is super gettable too, I think, but I don't know it. Bruges main port, I'm not getting. Madrid Street, I'm not getting. Okay, feel free to skip to the end of the video, but I think I'm gonna try countries until I get the damn one right. Because I kind of want to get 50. So, where even is it? Here. Tallest natural dam in the. Okay, so can we do this systematically? Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, DRC, Kenya, Uganda, CAR, Cameroon, Nigeria, Ghana, Togo, Usoy. It doesn't sound French like I say as I type another French-speaking country. I mean, oi is definitely a word ending that exists in like Kenya, but I tried Kenya. It's not going to be Sudan, South Sudan. Those were already mentioned. It's not Tanzania. Is it Malawi? Angola? It's not Botswana, surely. It's not going to be South Africa. Zimbabwe or Zambia? This is unfortunate. Eritrea. I think I already tried that, didn't I? Usoy Dam. Tried Angola. I don't know. For some reason I'm feeling like it's in Africa, but I don't know. I've tried most reasonable options and it hasn't worked. So yeah, maybe I move on. Brunei, that makes no sense. What kind of guess is that? It's got to be a place that has like pretty high elevation. And then no, Azerbaijan, Georgia, Armenia. Oops, what did I just do? That doesn't work either. Turkey, no. Algeria, like Morocco, Libya. Like that just doesn't feel right. Burkina Faso, Mali, Cote d'Ivoire. I feel like these aren't like even mountainous enough to make sense. Usoy. It doesn't sound Spanish though. Like so I'm like avoiding the Western Hemisphere because I feel like the Western Hemisphere doesn't make any sense. Greece, Albania. Like this is wrong too. I'm so baffled and I just want to know what the answer to this is. Tajikistan. Wow. Holy crap. Okay, that's so hard. Nice. We got it with more than 10 minutes to spare. So I'm going to end it there. And we will see what the stats look like. Beats or equals 97.1% of test takers. And yeah, 71%. Solid 50 out of 70. That equals my performance on the second one is a little better than the first one. So we take those. In the end, Gran Via, never pulling that. Probably heard of it, not getting it. Shibam. Again, I've looked it up before, but I never would have pulled that name. Zeebrugge or Zeebrugge or however you say that. Nope, never getting that either. The Swallow's Nest in Crimea. No chance. Don't think I've heard of that either. Benthic, right. Like benthic algae. Like, yeah, that's a thing, but that's honestly quite hard. M25 is annoying because if I had kept just typing numbers, I would have gotten there because I would thought it was an A road or an M road. But I don't know. It still seems kind of cringe to just like guess random stuff. Although I did do that with Tajikistan, so yeah, I'm one to talk. But yeah, Benthic is knowable, but I don't feel that bad about missing it. Peter and Paul. Yeah, I mean Saints Peter and Paul. Sure. I'm not actually sure what the Brazilian thing is. Should I know that? I don't know. I'll look it up. Um, Fansipan. Jeez. Fansipan? What the heck is that? Is that the one in Vietnam? I didn't think so. Okay, I'm gonna look that one up later too, or you guys can let me know in the comments what that is. Gio, not getting that. Heard the word, never getting it. The Mona Passage between Espanol and Puerto Rico, again, never getting that. It's like the, what is that? Like the Latin word for whales or whatever. What lowland region? The Terai. Yep, that's what it's called. That is what it's called. And then Mobile Bay. So I was right. I was on the right track with the South, trying things like Pontchartrain and Okeechobee. Um, but yeah, Mobile Bay. I should have guessed that, but I just didn't. And then yeah, the Terai. I need to remember that. That's knowable. Crac des Chevaliers. That's what it's called. No, that's so gettable. That's I just wrote about that like maybe a month ago. Like that's okay, maybe it was like 2 months ago, but still, like Crac des Chevaliers. I don't know how I forgot the name of that skill issue. I think there is one called Montreal, but still, I absolutely need to know that. Harmattan, whatever. Not getting that. Um, Lido. Honestly, never would have gotten that. Maybe that's just my fault for not knowing the city that I've been to, but nope. I'm not as good at that kind of question. Slew. Oh, wait a second. I thought the Berkshire town was fictional. I thought the town was fictional. I wasn't thinking of guessing real towns because like Slough is obviously a real. That's a big city town, I guess. But oh, for God's sake, I didn't know it was in a real. I thought it was a fictional town. But it's the fictional paper company. That sucks, dude. Because a slew, I mean, that's a thing. Like, that's. I mean, we have those around here as well. So I do know that word, although it's not a word I've used many times, but I do know that word. Um, but yeah, Slough, got to get that. Ventifact, I mean, starts with vent, but I'm never getting it. Fort McMurray. Yep, I'm pretty sure that's what I was trying to think of. So that sucks. Just could not come up with a name. The Hershey Corridor, heard of it, not getting it. And Cape Farewell. Yep, farewell, goodbye. Yep, so long, farewell. Dang it. Okay, that's knowable too. Honestly, couple skill issues in here. Several that I would never have gotten, but I should have gotten a few. Easiest was Kola Peninsula, then Bielefeld. But yeah, see what the hardest ones were. Hardest one I got was Lapérouse. Interesting. Okay. Um, oh yeah, fair enough. 11% on that one. Easiest ones that I missed were Peter Paul and Benthic and M25, but those are not easy. Slough was only 20%. And then The only ones harder than the hardest one I got were Terai, which again, that one I feel like I should have known, but Gyo and Mobile Bay, those are hard. Mobile Bay is probably guessable, but you know, it's hard to think of. So that's going to do it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the fourth installment of this playlist. I certainly did. These are always very, very fun to play. But yeah, that's going to be it for me. Thanks for watching as always. Appreciate y'all, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.